Alright, what's up everybody? We are on Season 2, Episode 3 of Vinland Saga, which is called Snake. Yeah, the big question then obviously is to me immediately, who is the snake going to be? Unless it's a literal snake that we're talking about, but I highly doubt it. The first inclination that I have to think about right now is like, okay, that's gotta be the son of Kettle, who of course we were introduced to in the last episode. I would say the latter half of the episode really focused on him quite a bit, which I was surprised by. But again, it only indicates to me that it's going to be playing a pretty major role, right? So I'm looking forward to that. That's the thing. I think in general, the message that the last episode brought across to me is that, while Einar and Thorfinn are now working at this farm, and you would assume that it's their master that they have to worry about, it turned out that he's a pretty upstanding guy, right? Kettle himself, and I was definitely surprised by that. It seems to be these other people working at the farm that are really going to serve as the obstacles for them. There is the son, but there's also those retainers, I think they call them, who brought them their food and didn't really treat them very, very well. So clearly they're going to be standing in the way, and what that's going to lead into is the big question right now. And I feel like I've said this already, like in every episode so far, but the slow buildup is fantastic. It's the nice thing about it is that I feel like the story has really set up a couple of things now that you just don't know where it's gonna go with them. All that you know is like, oh, it's like all this stuff was shown to us for a reason, right? Like that emphasis that they put on that son character, on the retainers, and all these people at the farm and stuff. Okay, where are they exactly gonna go with that? Is definitely what I'm super curious about, because I don't know. I just hadn't really expected that this is the direction we would be heading into so far, at least for season 2. I definitely thought that like Thorfinn was going to be heading on his way with Leif, which turned out not to be the case at all, right? And I was even told on Patreon, and I'm not sure, I hope it's not too big of a spoiler, but apparently Thorfinn wasn't even put here by Canute. It's just a place where he himself naturally ended up. Because Thorfinn, and maybe I kind of got that part wrong about him last episode, is that I talked about him just sort of going with the flow and realizing that he doesn't want to cause any trouble and this and that. But then other people explain it to me as like, well, it's probably more like he's just completely lost his soul, right? He doesn't really have much of a purpose anymore. All that he's doing at the moment is just surviving, I guess. Askeladd always was his life's purpose, killing him, of course. And now that he doesn't have that part in his life anymore, it's like, okay, what else does he still have? That's what I find a bit of the conflicting part, I guess, because I thought that when Leif gave him that speech in one of the final episodes of season 1, it seemed to hit Thorfinn in a certain way, though. Like, it definitely, I get that, I mean, I'm literally going back and forth here in my own mind, right? But I get that just hearing that wasn't immediately going to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to be all focused on right now. It never happens like that. But it definitely brought back a certain spark, I feel, within him that made me, therefore, really feel like, okay, that's what they're going to do now with the story, right? Like, that's Leif and Thorfinn are going to finally be off on their own path and trying to search for Vinland. But then Thorfinn ended up here anyway, and we still have Leif looking for him now. And, again, that's another part that I was curious to see come back, where Einar, of course, met Leif. Einar knows that Leif is looking for Thorfinn. When is he going to tell him about that? They had that awesome conversation at the very end of the last episode. Just, Einar just saying, like, oh, all these sides are basically the same. And that it made Thorfinn sort of think back about this moment where they had put a village on fire and stuff, right, and killed a bunch of people. Some of the atrocities that he himself committed. Yeah, it's great, man. It's great. I don't know. I feel like, again, thinking about the title here, Snake. Also in the thumbnail, I can already see those two drunk guys, which that's another scene I guess I can quickly touch back upon. Is that we saw those two guys drunkenly walking through the fields and trampling, I think, a bunch of the corn or whatever in the process. So they're gonna get into trouble, no doubt. But they managed to carry along that the Olmar, I think he was called. I hope I'm right about that, because I just literally watched it back real quick. But the son of Kettle, they brought him with them. So it's like, okay, where is that gonna go? Maybe one more thing that got teased is like, okay, I think it's supposed to be Kettle's daughter. that Einar saw and he instantly fell in love with her, right? So where is that gonna go? So many different threads that they've been setting up, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing where we go from here. Of course, guys, if you enjoy my reactions to Vinland Saga, then you can watch the next 4 episodes straight away. If you're watching this on YouTube, the next 4 episodes will be over on Patreon already, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Over there, I am watching this show as the episodes air, so keep that in mind. You can support me over on Patreon and watch the show, you know, the reactions right alongside with me over there. Full-length reactions will be up there too if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. But then with that being said, let's dive into Season 2, Episode 3 of Vinland Saga. Here we go. Tell us your life stories. He's not going home, you already know. He let himself get carried along. God, why is this guy such a loser? Where is this? Oh, they actually ended up here. What the hell are you even saying anymore, dude? Well, he sure let himself get carried along. I am. Not just on the inside, though. You can't even unsheath that. That's true, you can't really serve as a warrior. There's no enemies. Oh shit! They're just going for it too. Wow, yeah, this guy just got completely confirmed that he's loser status. Exactly. Even the drunk idiots were able to take you out. They also just used them in that way. I love it. I'm a nobody. I'm almost feeling bad for him now. This is Canute all over again. A rite of passage. Oh no, who are they gonna send them after? I mean, in a duel though, right? Like, you're not just gonna do it when somebody is not expecting it. This is where they were sleeping. Oh, wow. Yeah, but seriously, you don't mean just like killing them in their sleep or something, right? Like, that'd be weak as fuck. What now? Is he having a nightmare? What is he thinking about? Oh, is he like... I don't know, mad at Canute again or something? Or... I wonder what he thought back to. I feel like it might have been Askeladd's death. Haven't we all been there? I always forget about my dreams literally like minutes in. Oh, she's here. Wait, so is she also just another slave? I thought she was dressed all nice last time, or was I wrong about that? Oh no, here we go already. Just overwhelmed. Something he must not forget. Arnide. See, that's what I thought too. Okay. Oh, I see. Personal attendant. Wow, funny how Einar made the same mistake as I did. Here we go. I mean, they could be looking for a target though, obviously. Taking in mind what they just talked about to Olma. Okay. Well, at least they're sort of prepared. All that you can think about. Just like him. I like that guy though. In a twisted way. What, they're really gonna want him to duel now, or what? Is he just supposed to stand there and take it? Perceptive. Oh, you're just being sacrificed, dude. Yes, please die for us. Dude, that guy couldn't slice butter anyway. Oh my god. Thorfinn looks like he doesn't give a fuck though. But there was something he wasn't supposed to forget, so what was that? Something to keep him alive, surely. Is he charging in? Oh, okay, yeah, let's fucking go. Oh man, yeah. He's still not aware who Thorfinn is. What his state of mind is. What do you think he was gonna do? I'm surprised they're not really protecting him either, though. Oh, wow. Wow. Man. I'm already trying to think ahead what the outcome of that is going to be now. Surely somebody has to get in the way of that happening. Unless Thorfinn remembers what he was dreaming about. And that's the thing that will want to keep himself alive. Who the hell is this? It's already afternoon. What the hell? So maybe he's gonna be intervening? Or who the hell is that character? Why are we seeing him? Surely for a reason. Eno can't believe himself. Yeah, that's a special case. I should have been able to come up with that one. Damn. Nah, but he's noticing. He's not scared. He just cut him up and he didn't fucking give a shit. Okay, this guy is gonna be coming across the situation. Wow, they just keep cutting him up. And he shows no reaction. This is insane. Holy shit. Oh my god, man, they're even cutting up his face. Man. Wow. Slice his ear off. Wow, part of it. Why? Probably jealousy. He can't, honestly, he can't stand that Thorfinn reacts like this, that Thorfinn doesn't have any fear. Okay, this guy is Snake? It's their boss? Oh no. Okay. Oof. Oh my god, the teeth coming out of his mouth. Yeah, let's talk about fear. They all just showed it. You gotta love it. Wow, man. What an episode. Yeah, I think this episode made completely clear exactly that which, you know, people were telling me about in the last episode already. How Thorfinn just doesn't seem to have any more will to live. And what a powerful speech there at the end, man. Just saying that what good has ever come out of me being alive. I think that's basically how he worded it. And such a powerful line. Yeah, it's crazy because he just literally let himself get damaged there on the spot, slice after slice, and didn't give a fuck. And again, I think the emotion that I would say I noticed there in that one Joker, he was called Fox, right? But I call him a Joker. That's a better name for him. But like the emotion in his on his face that you could clearly see is like, it was honestly, to me, it seemed like jealousy. It seemed like, oh, he was actually literally jealous of the fact that Thorfinn didn't have that fear. Because, yeah, you saw that even all of them in the place there showed it. Not, of course, at first with Thorfinn getting sliced up. They didn't really care about that as much. It's when their master showed up suddenly, then that's where they did have the fear themselves as well, right? And, yeah, with as far as Olma goes, I mean, that guy, of course, fear is what defines him, I would say. But yeah, I mean, again, it's like, okay, where do we go from here? What is I honestly, what I'd kind of expected is that Thorfinn was eventually going to realize that he did want to stay alive, but clearly that's too early, because of course we saw him have that nightmare early on in the episode, and he said right in that moment, like, oh, it's something that I shouldn't be forgetting about. But what was it? Clearly, there is still something on his mind that I would imagine is the reason for him to want to, like a driving factor, you know, somewhat of a motivation for him to pursue eventually when he realizes what it was again. But the question is, what was it? Because at first I thought, oh, maybe he thought back about like Askeladd's death. But yeah, that shouldn't probably be something he should be forgetting about, right? Yeah, what else was it? I mean, we saw him kind of make these hand movements like this. So I was trying to think, what could that be about? To me, that seemed like him getting dragged away there, literally, as he attacked Canute. Remember that? Or when he was like really eager to attack Canute, and he actually did there in the last episode of season 1. That's the moment I thought back to. But again, that's not something for him to remember anymore, I think. It's not something that will drive him forward. So what is the thing that he's thinking about is the big question on my mind. It might have to do with his family. It might have to do with Thor's death still, perhaps, right? I don't know. That's, yeah, that's definitely what I wonder about. So is there anything else that I can still touch on? I don't really think so. I mean, it's just, yeah, the reality of the situation was once again just sad to see, right? The way that they bring Einar and Thorfinn in there. And just say like, yeah, I mean, we just brought you here to get executed because this is what our master son here needs to experience for him to feel strong. I don't know, dude. It just gets you sort of very angry on the inside. At least it did for me. We saw that girl, of course, come back. The woman who turns out to be a slave as well. Definitely not what I had expected, and it's interesting because it's the exact same reaction that Einar had to the situation, of course, because he also confused her with being Ketil's daughter. That's what I thought at first too, but that's not what she actually ended up being. She's going to be a slave herself, so that even leveled position, well, maybe Einar stands a chance. Let's just keep it at that. Yeah, I think that pretty much says it for now. I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with that storyline of the master, who he even is. You know, he's called Snake, right? Like, that's interesting because all of them have these animal names: Fox, Badger, and then this is Snake. So he himself was living. I don't know. I mean, he seemed to be visiting his grandpa or something, right? That's what it was, and his grandpa there was like, yeah, doing some work. I don't know. I can't read this guy yet at all. He was like staying asleep for way too long in his little farmhouse or whatever. Let his grandpa do all the work, but then he showed up here and seemed to actually have a lot of reputation, I guess, and a lot of dominance over all these other guys. So interesting. I'm definitely curious to see where we go with that. Yeah, I think that covers just about the entire episode. So I hope you all enjoyed my reaction to Season 2, Episode 3 of Vinland Saga. Of course, if you did and you're watching these on YouTube, then you can already watch the next 4 episodes straight away over my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Over there, we'll be caught up with, all the episodes so far, and you can see my reactions to the episodes as they air. So go and check it out. Your support is very much appreciated and allows me to make these videos in the first place. And then with that being said, I want to thank you all a lot for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.